Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a look at each of the personal months for February 2023. And we're going to take a look at how to best work with that energy with the universal month, as well as the full and the new moons that we have coming up in February. Now, I do want to mention these are different from the life path energies. So the calculations are also very different. So please be sure to check the description box below for the calculation. Do your calculation before listening to your personal month, right? Just to make sure, of course, that you're listening to the right one. If you don't want to wait to see what the next 12 months could have in store for you energetically, book your personal year ahead forecast now and take a deep dive into your own personal year ahead. You can book some time with me for that in the description box below. As always, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading or a coaching session with numerology, please, again, book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. You can book some time with me through my website. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And of course, timestamps are below, so you can skip ahead once you have done your calculation and you know which one you're listening for. All right, let's take a look. Personal month number 1. If you are working with a personal energy of 1 this month for February, then you will more than likely see this as an opportunity for big new starts, an opportunity to take the initiative on something that maybe you've been wanting to be a little bit more assertive with. This is a time to find your voice, to use that voice, to make big adjustments and big changes. To find your confidence, however you can do that, however that works for you. This is also a time where you may see new opportunities for collaborations coming in to work with others, but you would have to sort of maintain the integrity of that project, because with 1 energy, this is a very self-driven, very ambitious energy, and typically you're taking some kind of action or putting forth some type of energy on a vision or a creation that's yours. So you could be calling in people to collaborate with at this time, and you may see people show up at your door for that. Just make sure that you are maintaining the integrity of that vision and that you're not losing sight of that goal. This can also be a time when you have some kind of important conversation where you may need to initiate that, right? And again, sort of stand your ground. This is a very strong energy, again, for like finding your voice, using your voice, not necessarily backing down if it's something you really believe in or something that's very true for you. Now, again, there's also a way to do that so that you're not plowing over others or stepping on others to get to where you need to be. There's definitely an energy of needing to work alongside of others as well. But this can absolutely be a month of feeling like there's a clean slate and you have an opportunity to create something or build something or initiate something new and exciting, and that may require you to take a big risk, and that's okay. Now, it's interesting because there's also a universal energy of 9 this month, which means collectively, this is what we're working with. So collectively, and this would include you as well, you may see things coming to a close at this time, but that closure, because you're working with 1 energy also, would really be clearing the path for you to start whatever this is. So you may see some things fall away now or come to completion, but just keep in mind that needs to occur to create the space so that you can initiate or, again, sort of step upon that platform or that stage to do the work that you need to do or to create whatever it is that you're trying to create. So don't be surprised if you're sort of asked to find the balance between receptivity and action and surrender and taking the initiative type thing this month. So, and if you see some things, like I said, close out to make space for the new. Now, we do have a full moon that's occurring on February 5th or 6th, depending on where you live within the world. With this energy, you all are going to be working with the energies of the 6 and the 7. So you could see a strong focus around this full moon on deeper relationships, on the home life, again, changes within the home. You also may meet someone who feels like a soulmate. Now, again, that can be doesn't have to be romantic. That can be a friendship, a colleague. It can be a pet coming in. It can be finding a power, meeting or a power animal coming into your awareness to work with. That spiritual sort of energetic energy of a specific animal could come into your awareness. Because it's the 6 and the 7, there's definitely this very practical side of this energy, but also a very ethereal, very spiritual, very sort of like guided energy or protective sort of energy coming in as well, but as it has to do with the home. So again, you may start a business from home that is, again, more metaphysical, or that is, it could be on the more practical side as well, but definitely some changes potentially coming in around this full moon. It's illuminating something within the home. So if you work from home, if you work within the metaphysical sciences, or if you work in sort of a more practical side of life, then again, you may see some changes come in around that as it has to do with the home. So this could very well be like you're moving your office from a brick and mortar separate location into the home, and you're working remote, or vice versa. So some kind of change with the home may come up around this full moon for you. But again, because you're in a personal month of 1, there's something here where you would need to take the initiation. You would need to sort of stand out or make that decision and be very like sort of bold in that and stand to it, right? Stick with it. Now, on February 20th, we have a new moon. So again, this is sort of like new starts, new beginnings type thing, as it has to do with creativity, communication, potentially travel, possibly children as well, but that's not coming in as strongly. So definitely something here where, again, you are in a personal month of 1, working with the energy of the 3. So there's something here about big, fresh new starts with a creative project, potentially with communication. So if you are writing a book or want to write a book or are thinking about it, this would be a great time to start that. This might be a time when you get a publisher, or you try to figure out how to publish it on your own, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't have to be a book. That's just an example. But of course, it could be some kind of creative project. So with 3 energy, the creative life force is moving through you, or it wants to. And so because you're in a personal month of 1, this would be big new starts in communication. This can also be new communication coming through that allows you to gain clarity so that you can move forward in a very assertive way, right? Creatively. And also, again, because it's highlighting communication, I would say you may need to initiate communications now. You may need to reach out to the people that you want assistance from, or that you want to work with. This is a time to be bold. This is a month for you all to be bold, to take those risks. Calculated risks if you need to, that's fine. But this is a time for you to find your confidence, dig deep if you have to. Find that confidence and go after whatever it is that you want to go after at this time. And definitely around this new moon, because again, it's very much highlighting communication, networking, interacting with others, working with others. But again, that communication piece. So the written and the spoken word. So great time to, again, take the bull by the horns and blaze that trail, go after what it is that you want to, but more than likely you are probably going to have to be the one that's initiating that. This can also be initiating those difficult conversations where you need to let someone go, or again, like release someone because you're also working with that 9 energy, or release a project, or let a project go, or let a business go, or something like that. But you are going to be the one making that decision, taking the action, and really sort of holding the vision, right, of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and understanding that there are going to be some things that need to fall away in order to bring the new, more elevated, more aligned things and people and places in. So big month for you if you are in a personal month of 1 in February. Take care, everyone.